All right, folks, thanks for tuning in. You saw my title and my subject there in my video, and it's going to be on my Tegus. Here we have Mac, and I want to come to you today to show you that I practice what I preach with my Tegus, and you should do as well with your Tegus. And it has to do with diet. Oh, and Mac has really torn up this log. I had this log polished smooth, and I just now noticed they've gone to town on this. But let me show you what I'm going to feed Mac today. Mac is a 2-year-old Tegu, and he's almost about 6 inches short, 5 inches short of 4 foot long. He's I would say on the verge of being an adult Tegu. So you got to feed him a wide variety of food, and most people don't do this. I went to the store and just bought Mac bought him some earthworms, and they still eat insects when they're older, when they can. So Mac has trouble eating things off the ground. So we're gonna give him an earthworm. Oh, I'm gonna have to get a fork to feed this to him because he just can't get his mouth around it. Let me get this out of the way. They still love insects, and they love both Mac and Sassy, my male and my female, love worms and snails, freshly caught snails. And that season's going to be coming up. It is the season, so let's give him another earthworm. This just provides them other nutrients that you're not giving them, or they're not getting from, the food sources that you're limiting them to. But easily feed him, 6 or 7 of these. He's coming over to my dish. Now, Mac, back up. Make sure he's still in the video. Here, numbskull. Oh, see, now he's not going to be able to get that. He loses track of, make sure I don't take a Tegu bite. Back up. Hey, look. Pets are not going to be easy to always have on video. Here, look at that. Look at that. Don't get the fork, here. I've got some bell peppers. And I want to just reiterate, Matt had a medium-sized rat yesterday. A large rat is what Mac had. So he may not be super, super hungry today, but you want to give your animal, he's terrible. He drops his food. But you want to give them a variety of food. So this is their vegetables. Matt gets a lot of meat and organs and bones, which is essential. You've got to give them bones and organs. Okay, see, so you people that are just thinking you're sprinkling on your vitamins, if you've ever done any research, and even you with vitamins, our bodies don't digest vitamins well. Most of it goes out in our poop and our urine. So the best way to get vitamins is through food intake and maybe some fluid intake. But that's the best way for you to get your vitamins, and your D3 and your stuff that comes, vitamins for reptiles, needs to come through their food source. So they don't poop out most of it or pee it out. And that's just how vitamins work, taking oral vitamins. Only a certain percentage is accepted by the body and, transferred into the kidneys and your stomach through the processes of the human body or the reptile body or the animal body in general. So, like I said, he had a big rat, so we're going to see how much he'll eat. But this is going to be really good for Mac. because they won't eat straight up kale or lettuce. No lettuce. Don't want to feed your Tegus lettuce, but kale, collard greens, things of that nature are what's healthy for them. And this is on the healthy list. The bell peppers, they come in red, green, and this orange color. Kind of looks like fruit to Mac. So he is really cool with eating this. And again, you always also too, can't reiterate, you want to look at their poop when they go poopy. Let me make sure Mac is in the video. And then you can kind of see their digestive process when they eat. When I feed him squash, I see some odd things come out in their poo-poo, kind of slimy, kind of weird looking stuff that I'm not super sure about. That kind of looks real snotty like, but it's just odd. It's an odd thing. So you want to see how much they're processing and how much waste come out, versus like a mouse versus a small chick that you're feeding your Tegu. How much they're processing, how efficiently their body is digesting what you're feeding them. And again, you want to have them on a heat pad or under a heat lamp so they can stay warm. And then when they're warm, they're processing the food better. Back in this area, they're processing it when that stays warm. When they go to bed at night and you let it get down to the 60s and 70s, then they're still processing their food and they need to be kept a warm belly. That's what I feel and what I'm going to preach. So these heat mats and heat pads are good in addition to a light source. I wouldn't necessarily put a light source over this ZooMed Laboratories heater habitat is what they call it, and have dual heat. I'd probably put this in a different part of the cage, and then in another part of the cage have the heat lamp. But let's give Mac one more worm, and he's probably good. Oh, that worm is going bonkers. Here, Mac, come here, come here, come here. Look at that worm. Look at that worm. Yeah, look. Another worm. And then when they've had enough, they close their eyes and look away. It's kind of funny. You want this worm? Look. Mackie. All right, so Max had his fill, and I mean, he may eat one more. But we're going to go feed Sassy real quick and show you how voracious of an eater she is. Crazy. There's a worm for Sassy. Oh, you're passed it up, Dodo. Get that worm. Get that worm. Look at that. They haven't had worms in a little amount of time, so we're going to let her get that. Keep her in the video. Worm's good. Get that worm. Don't get my hand. Sassy, get that worm. But we're going to go to bell peppers. Sassy is kind of full too, as you can see by her belly. Sassy, quit being finicky. Come on. Oh, she didn't do a very good job. Get that worm. Sassy, get that. You love peppers. Man. Sassy's being difficult today. That's one thing about pets and videos. It's just very, very difficult. So here I have some dog food. I have a dog and I have high quality dog food. So she's going to be really overly excited about this. But it's some chicken that she will eat. I feed my Tegus really well. So, I mean, sometimes I back up, Sassy. Okay, you got to be careful because Sassy gets really excited about her food. Come here, Sassy. This is when the fork comes into play because you can just go boop and you can just fork it in there. This is just a different type of food. This is probably all kinds of mashed together chicken parts, you know, in the dog food. Get that sassy. Makes a mess. But she loves her dog food, and I got to be quick so she doesn't get my hand. I'll just share with you real quick. She was in the car. I took her on a business trip again, just sassy, and she got me on the hand. She was under the seat, and I was moving a towel that I had brought for her if she needed to go bathroom, and she came, and I put my hand under there and to adjust the towel, like I said, and I got gripped onto really quickly. She thought that, I mean, this looks like chicken, and I feed her them a lot of chicken parts, so she latched on, bottom jaw right there and top. This was, you know, three days ago, but she firmly grabbed me and kind of held on, and I yelled, and she let go. But she hasn't bitten me but maybe one other time in her existence. It's close to 2 years. So, but that's the video. Thanks for tuning in. She's off on her own, doing her own thing and wandering the room, and I'm fixing to put the finishing touches on putting her top on her big enclosure right here. I'm cutting all the wood. It's going to be exciting. I'm doing a really good job, and that's going to be the next video, hopefully. Okay, have a great day. Bye-bye. Check back for more videos.